I have a lot more context for Kingdom Hearts now. So
Had you you hadn't seen this before?
no,
What? Had
no,
you seen Legacy?
no, I've never seen either one of these before.
Oh, I didn't know. I mean, I'm not surprised if you hadn't seen Tron, but I am a little surprised you haven't seen Legacy. But at the same time, it's like, why would you watch Legacy without Tron?
Yeah, so double header today, fellas. So today we are talking about Tron and Tron Legacy. So I've known about Tron for a long time. I just never really sat down and watched. No, I'm lying. I watched a little bit of the first one when I was a kid, but I didn't remember any of it.
That's not surprising. I mean, it's just a weird aesthetic. So I imagine that part would stick in your head a little.
Yeah. Most of my context for Tron actually comes from Kingdom Hearts 2.
Which, I mean, I think they actually recaptured the essence of the first one pretty well. Going back.
No, they did. Well, watching it too, and when I was hearing the one guy talk, I was like, "Oh, so you're Tron's user?" Okay.
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure they got the actual Bruce Boxleitner.
It's the same voice in Kingdom Hearts 2. For sure.
Pretty much across the board. If there's a Tron thing, he'll do the voice.
Yeah, he always does Tron. But I guess we should talk about. Well, I guess you have more history with Tron. So when did you first see it?
When I was a kid, I don't remember how young I was, but I was probably 11 or 12. So it wasn't little.
I find it weird, though, that the movie's called Tron, and Tron himself isn't the focus.
Oh, yeah. No, it never is.
No, it's weird that these movies are called Tron.
No, literally in every Tron thing I know of, he's not. He's always a side character. The first Tron Legacy, Tron Uprising, Tron Evolution, you name it. He's always a side character.
I don't even think he's going to be in Tron Ares.
I don't know. I don't want to look at the cast list just in case, because if he does show up, I'd be like, oh, cool, they did get him for a thing.
It'd be a surprise based on Legacy, but...
I mean, I'm upset that I know Jeff Bridges is in it, because I didn't want to know that.
I didn't want to know that either.
But it's unavoidable. He's in the trailer.
Yeah. I guess we'll talk about the first one first. So, Tron 1 focuses mainly on a guy named Kevin Flynn, who, he's a dude. He's a bro.
He's the dude.
Yeah, he literally is the dude, because he's the Big Lebowski. He used to work for a company called Encom. I almost said Ecom, but I was like, that's not right.
No, it's Encom.
And, he gets trapped in the grid because he's like, "Hey, MCP, I'm a fuck with you," or Master Control Program.
MCP, no, stop, please. I'm gonna put you on the grid.
Yeah, okay, and he does it anyway. He's like, "Don't do it. You don't want to do this."
I feel like giving the MCP control over that laser is probably not the best idea.
No, it's not, dude. I'm not gonna be able to avoid this. The MCP looks like a fucking Jolly Rancher.
It's this movie is about Kevin Flynn and Tron's quest to defeat the giant spinning Jolly Rancher. Yes,
that's really what he is. But I didn't even realize till I watched this that the world in Kingdom Hearts 2 was named after the video game Space Paranoids.
Yep.
I'm shocked it wasn't called The Grid, but
yeah, it should have been. I think it is called The Grid in Dream Drop Distance.
Wasn't that a different world based on like The World Ends With Us or something?
No, there's a lot going. Dream Drop Distance is confusing. It's a dream world, whatever. But the point is, Tron Legacy is in that, and I think it is called The Grid in that one.
I'll have to look into it. I'm not sure. But yeah, he goes there. He meets Ram and Tron, the title character, not the main character, but
no. He does some important stuff.
I mean, he's not like a background character, like he does do stuff, but the fact that it's named after him has always been bizarre to me.
Yeah, but it is what it is. I mean, it's a good title. So,
and then you have the Tron's user whose name I cannot remember.
Alan Bradley,
the blonde girl with the glasses who would.
Oh my! Don't do that.
And then I think she also has a program.
Yeah, she's Laura in the real world and Yori in the
who kisses
Flynn
world. And then kisses Tron after.
Yeah, it's so funny. It was implied that that's the they didn't know what kissing was. Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, That
It's
was
like, dude, come on, you just met her. What are you doing?
and then like other than that, the light cycle sequence is cool. I
Yeah,
understand.
I was kind of crazy how well that held up. I was like, this is still neat.
No, dude, like the effects are awesome. Like they're a little dated by today's standards, for
Oh,
sure.
I mean, for sure. Yeah, it's
But for 1982, holy crap, man.
yeah, you should watch the behind the scenes for this because it is absolutely insane how they made this movie. Because they didn't have like animation programs. The CGI was literally data on a spreadsheet, numbers that they entered, and they didn't know what it was going to look like until they processed it back, which you can imagine wasn't fast.
Oh no, that the light cycle sequence looked really cool. The ships look like something out of Galaga, if you know, you know.
Well, yeah, just
That part
video
with
game
Clue.
inspiration.
The part with Clue and the tank. That was kind of neat.
It was fun. It's just funny because his predecessor, or sorry, not predecessor, successor. There we go. Becomes way more important in the second one. So
I was not expecting that at all.
the original Clue being so throwaway is just funny.
Yeah,
I don't know why he talks like that. He talks in a stiff, robotic way. Maybe it's because he's new, like he just made him or something.
I think that's exactly what it is, which is crazy because Flynn's all like, "What's up, bro?" He's like a surfer dude.
But no, seriously, if you get a chance, do watch the behind the scenes. It's crazy. I mean, they had to hand cut the film to make this work because they didn't have green screening. And then there was this crazy masking process to get the lights on the suit. It's absolutely insane. I can't even imagine how long it took to make this movie.
I'm also shocked how little Dillinger was used in the movie. I thought he
Yeah,
would
it's
have been
fine.
more important.
No, he's just
Stark's user. But
well, most of the movie is on
the
the
grid,
or
yeah.
so it's like, yeah, he's set up as the real world antagonist, but no, he doesn't have much to do. It's also implied he's kind of an idiot.
Yeah, the main antagonist really is the MCP.
Yeah, which is it's funny. It only shows it for a second, but it looks like the MCP was just a regular program, sort of a Wizard of Oz situation.
Yeah, I think it was originally like a chess program of some kind.
Something like that. War games reference.
I wonder if Omegamon's going to show up in this now and just reset everything.
Oh man,
I was actually surprised too. Sark's initial death against Tron was actually kind of violent.
Oh yeah, where like it looks like his brains basically explode.
Yeah,
I thought
I
the
was like,
same thing.
I was like, oh, damn.
I know it's just data, but he's red, so it looked like blood.
No, it's funny because there's a scene in Sonic Colors, weird context, I know, where Eggman's two henchmen are cleaning up one of the bosses, and they're like, from a robot standpoint, this is actually pretty gruesome.
I feel like I've seen that.
And that's exactly what I thought of when I saw Sark. I was like, from a program's perspective, that's actually really gross.
Yes, it would be.
And then I was like, oh, so this is where they pulled the Sark becoming giant thing from in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yep,
I get it.
Even that pose when he like gets thrown back, he's sort of arced backwards is also in the game. Yeah, they really did a lot for that level.
Yeah, they did. It's shockingly close. Just take out Flynn and replace him with Sora. You have almost the same thing.
The world also has music that recaptures the music in this kind of well. Yeah. Just that essence.
I mean, then adding Ansem, because Tron's user is Ansem in Kingdom Hearts.
Ansem the Wise, not the other one.
Ah, yes.
Not the other ones. Like, this is just going to turn into a Kingdom Hearts review.
But maybe someday. Maybe. That would take like 20 hours.
It's extensive, yes. No, but dude, I am so impressed at some of the things they accomplished in this. Just like that title sequence, for instance, is so clean.
No, it is. Like, there is a lot to love about this movie on a personal level.
Oh God, you can tear apart the plot all you want. It's really just got to beat the bad guy to get credit for what I did, and that's what it is.
I think it's the same thing, and I know we're gonna get hate for what I'm about to say. It's the same thing with Indiana Jones for me. I think I saw this movie too late in life to really appreciate it as an adult. Like, I can see why people like it, but I think I would have liked it a lot more if I grew up with it. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, it does. I mean, like I think this movie's a little slow. It's a little quiet at times, but a lot of movies from that era are. But when I'm watching it from the perspective like this came out in 1982 and nothing like this had really been done, it actually doesn't get enough credit for it. I mean, the again, just the amount of work that went into it is absolutely insane. And I thought, because it just came out in 4K, I thought it was going to look worse in 4K than it does because of the jittery edges and stuff. But it still looks pretty good for what they did for how they made it.
Yeah, no, like I said, the visual effects do still hold up, but I think just for me, I think I'm too old.
No, it makes sense. But
What about you, Cody?
I feel like if I had been around in 1982 and saw this at that time, my mind would have been blown.
Oh, even
Just
if
like
I
it wasn't-
saw this in 1994 or 6 as a kid, I would have been like, "Oh, that's so neat."
I would probably find it neat, yeah.
But I didn't see it until I was 33 in 2025. So
I do understand some criticisms about this movie, but the fact that it doesn't get more praise for what it accomplished at that time is such a disservice to it. I mean, apparently, I don't know if this is true, but it's from what I was reading, it was disqualified from the Academy Awards because they considered CGI cheating for visual effects.
yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
No. And then you look but what's even crazier though is like this was a big deal in 1982 and only 11 years later Jurassic Park came out and just blew everything out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
Where is that kind of progression now? I mean, look at what came out 11 years ago and what's coming out today. There's hardly any difference.
You could argue we're regressing.
Yeah, in some ways. Although, well, I'll get into it in a minute, but the de-aging effects have gotten better. Not quite done with Tron, but we'll get to that in a minute. Just a few plot points about this really is the way they talk about users like gods, which makes sense.
Yeah, kind of like Sausage Party.
Oh my god. Okay, let's not talk about that movie ever, please. No, but it is funny though. The whole movie it's treated like a religion. Some programs don't believe in the users. It's a funny parallel.
Yeah, I do love how Flynn is pretending to be a program for a while.
Well, because he doesn't know what's going to happen. Like you just show up like,
oh yeah, I don't remember anything. Yeah,
he saw what happened. He saw what happened to Jesus. He's not going to be like, I am God in human form, in program form. Not a good idea, unless you know who you're dealing with.
I'm what you guys call a user.
Yep.
Out of context, that sounds awful.
When he discovers that he can control the recognizer in front of Ram right before Ram dies. Rip Ram.
Oh, dude, I was like, oh man, Ram. I didn't think Ram was gonna die. I was like, oh, no, that sucks.
But the way Ram sees that happen, again, that would literally be like Jesus showing up in front of you and just like, hey, dude, look what I can do.
That's actually, yeah.
And then the God thing becomes extra funny when Tron has to go into the I forgot what the place is called, but it basically hold the frisbee up to the light to speak with God. It's straight up what it is because it's a frisbee.
It's exactly what it is. Yeah.
I find the bit funny, the binary yes or no.
Oh yeah. I was like, what? What are you talking about?
It's just. I don't know. I feel like they do some funny things with the words yes and no for such a simple nothing character.
Oh, they absolutely do, but I'm fine with it.
There's actually a lot of funny stuff in that area of the movie.
Can you say anything else? No. Or was it the other way around? I don't remember.
No, is that all you can say? No.
No. That's all he says.
Oh, great. Another mouth to feed. Yes.
But I mean, like I said, it's a fun movie. Like I did enjoy my time watching it, but
no, I'm very impressed for watching with the context of where it was in the realm of VFX at the time. It's insane. Oh, did you catch the Pac-Man cameo?
I did, as a matter of fact.
The sounds, the dots, and everything.
That was awesome.
Yeah. But I know that about wraps it up for Tron. He succeeds. He gets the printout that he was looking for, which I don't know how that alone is proof, but point is he gets the credit back for the games he made and seemingly takes over Encom from Dillinger, which If only developers were actually granted CEO positions like that in real life.
That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
That doesn't happen.
No. No, I stay. I clean.
Thank you, Consuela.
You're welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Now for the sequel that took almost 20 years to come out.
Actually, it was 28 years.
Shit, you are correct.
Yep. Thankfully, this time around with Ares, it's only a 15-year gap.
It was 28 years? Holy shit, it was 28 years. That's insane.
Yep.
I hate that. Tron Legacy, everybody. So this follows Flynn's son, Sam, who does not work for Encom, because if you guys remember, Flynn took over Encom, and you start with a flashback scene of Kevin Flynn's younger face. Okay.
Let's get it out of the way.
De-aging was not ready yet, guys.
No, it was not. Unfortunately, I was really hoping they would have redone it with the 4K, but they didn't.
No, they didn't. Not even close.
Although, again, just like with the original Tron, I did think the face was going to look worse in 4K than it did.
Yeah, so for context, guys, I watched this on Disney Plus, so I guess I got the 4K version.
Yeah, you should have. It just, by the time you watched it, it should have been on there.
And it was okay. Like, it looked good for the most part, except for Kevin's face.
Yeah,
and by extension, Clue.
In stills, it looks all right, but yeah, once he starts moving, it wasn't ready. But the thing is, like, just like with the first movie, like, it wasn't the first to do some of the things it did, but it was the first to do something like that on that scale, where the whole movie is basically CGI. This is the same thing. Like, de-aging had been done. It had not been done to this level.
I did like Cora. I thought she was cool.
Yep. And it's actually one of the first times I remember seeing Olivia Wilde.
I like her better than the girl from the first movie.
Well, the problem is the girl from the first movie. She doesn't do anything, and it's unfortunate.
She's literally just there.
Yes, and it's yeah.
Sam has a dog, just so you guys know.
Yes,
there's a dog. I like dogs.
Yes. Just to wrap things up with the face, yeah, it's unfortunate it wasn't ready. It was a good attempt considering the scale they were going for, but yeah, they needed a couple more years because by the time I think it was Ant-Man came out, it was better.
Yeah, yeah. By the time we get to like Ant-Man, Captain Marvel, a lot of the Marvel movies de-aging is quite a bit better than this.
But somebody's got to try it first, and yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of
that's out of the way.
I did not expect Clue to be the main antagonist.
Oh yeah, Clue 2.
I would not have called that.
Yep.
So, that's neat. And then you have Flynn is now like an old guy trapped in the grid.
He's Jesus.
He really is. He even has those powers, dude.
Yeah.
Forgive my yawning. Oh.
It's good. Yeah, I mean he was trapped in the grid real world for something like 20 years. You know how long that would have been in there?
Because like what? Minutes in the grid is hours in the real world?
Yes.
Or something like that. So, oh god.
It would have been at minimum 1,000 years.
It's like the digital world.
Yep. So the fact that he remembers Sam is crazy.
He never forgot his son, I guess. He always wanted to go back to him.
I know, but still, that's a long time.
Yeah. I guess there's just some things your mind won't let you forget, and your son is one of them.
Yeah. We spent way too much time.
Unless he had gotten Alzheimer's, then,
Thankfully, it seems like his body was aging normally. So,
yeah,
about 20 years.
I guess being a digital program, you probably do age slower.
But, now, as I said, I appreciated the original for what it was, but Legacy got me hooked, because this redesign is insanely
the stuff
cool.
In Legacy, and look, I'm not trying to shit on the primitive technology, but Legacy just looks so much cooler.
I can't believe they're like, hey, look at this stuff, and they didn't just like completely scrap everything. They're like, hey, how do we take that stuff and make it look cooler? And they did it.
Like the helmets they have on their suits look badass. The discs that they use as weapons now actually feel like weapons.
They even took something like the recognizer. It kept the same shape and then somehow made it look freaking awesome.
Dude, the light cycles look sick in this movie.
That's one of the coolest scenes I've ever seen, and it still is.
Dude, that light cycle scene in this movie, oh my god, that was awesome.
The liquid trail was a cool update too.
I even like the elevator part where they were just on the elevator. I just thought that looked neat.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's a cool elevator. I'm digging that.
I mean, honestly, and even just like the freight train, that was cool. The part where they're flying and battling Clue 2, where Tron like gets his memories back because Tron's been brainwashed. That was awesome. R.I.P. Tron.
He might not be dead. I'm just saying, if Flynn survived that explosion, he was the explosion.
Flynn fucking died. So after he absorbed Clue 2 into his body.
Except apparently not, because as far as I know, he's in Ares.
Hopefully it's just a flashback.
We'll see. I don't think so, though.
But I doubt it, yeah.
But
it would have all over the marketing if it was just a flashback.
But going back to earlier in the movie, we cannot talk about this movie without talking about Daft Punk creating one of the coolest soundtracks ever.
I was actually I was thinking about that. I was gonna mention it, but you beat me to it. This soundtrack is phenomenal. Like
literally opening sequence that first song kicks in, and I'm just like, well, I'm in.
Like, I like Legacy actually quite a bit more than the original Tron.
That makes sense. It was more for us. It's like, again, how do we take what they did back then and make it work now? Unfortunately, it still underperformed. I don't think it didn't not as much as the original. It barely
broke even.
But
that's something I don't get, why they keep trying to make Tron a franchise. Like, just don't.
Just because it's not performing well does not mean people don't love it, because it's freaking awesome.
I think it might actually be cooler as a video game.
They did try that with Tron Evolution, but it's a fun game, but it's a bit stiff.
Dude, a whole like MMO in the grid would be kind of sick.
I could see that happening. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know how Ares is going to do, but yeah, we'll see. Again, not done with this yet. Though.
I don't know anyone talking about Ares. Like, I haven't heard anyone mention Ares once.
I kind of want to avoid it because I'm going to see it either way. So
the last movie I saw was a fucking release party for Taylor Swift's new album. That's interesting. Take a wild guess why that happened. Anyway.
Yes, we got to get back on track here. There are so many moments throughout this movie where just a song kicks in and I'm just like, and I'm rehooked. If I didn't like the scene before, which I did.
I love how they go out of their way to acknowledge Dillinger has a son and you only see him in the board meeting scene.
Yeah, and they got Cillian Murphy for him, which is so weird.
He's in the movie for 5 minutes and you never see him again.
Yeah. It's also weird that he's still working for NCOM.
And like, it seemed like, oh yeah, just tell him everything worked out, everything's fine, and you never see him again. I was like, oh, okay. I feel like we're missing some plot here. And I was hoping they would follow up with him in Ares, but it doesn't look like he's on the cast.
No, I wouldn't think so. He's gotten more famous since that came out, so.
Yeah. I find it funny that the butler guy, the Zeus, the bartender guy, he's basically just David Bowie. So that was interesting.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be in the movie more.
No, it's unfortunate because I guess he was kind of a good guy before. That's why Quora sent Sam to him. But
see, there's a couple of things that's one of my biggest gripes with this one is they set up a lot of stuff and just don't follow up on it.
What?
Like Dillinger having a son, I think should have been a bigger plot point than it was.
I mean,
NCOM in general should have been a bigger thing than it was.
Well, they were in the grid the whole time.
Yeah, I know, but still.
I mean, it's kind of, this is like a lot of delayed sequels do. It is somewhat of a remake.
Yeah, because it is very similar to the first movie.
But every time there's a sequel that comes way, way later and they don't want to just straight up remake it, that's kind of what they do.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it's the same thing where, Sam, he still has a major stake in the company, but he's not running it. And then by the end, he's like, okay, I'm ready to run it. So it's similar.
Just like Flynn, yeah.
Except Kevin Flynn was completely locked out in the original. As
far as I know, Sam's not in Ares.
No, I don't think so, and that sucks. I don't think it's just like this one only somewhat follows up on the original. I don't know if Ares is going to follow up what Legacy did at all. I mean, it's gonna follow through with what Clue was trying to do, I know that much.
It's just weird that each Tron movie has a different protagonist.
It is. But delayed sequels will do that.
Yeah, it's strange, but on a personal level, I had way more fun with Tron Legacy than I did with Tron.
I've seen this movie a lot of times.
Which is weird because I'm usually one of those guys that like I can usually watch an older movie. Like you guys remember how much I praised Alien. But nah, I quite enjoyed Tron Legacy more than the first one. I still don't like love it, but I thought it was more fun than the first one. So, and that ain't nothing.
Okay. Are you going to see Ares?
Probably not in theaters.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because I am going to go see it. What if I tell you it's great?
I'll probably watch it when you say it's time to review Tron Ares.
Okay.
That'll be when I watch it.
'Cause
I keep forgetting it exists.
But we skipped over a lot of plot points in this.
Go ahead, man.
There's one thing that's actually really cool. You remember that thing I was saying about Revenge of the Fallen, where like it loses a big part of the movie when the IMAX scenes aren't there?
Yes.
This also has that IMAX aspect ratio transition thing, but unlike with Revenge of the Fallen, as far as I know, every single version of Tron Legacy retains the IMAX. Like I don't know if the DVD does, but I assume it does. But the digital version, the Disney Plus version, the 3D version, the 4K version, they all have the IMAX scenes intact.
Well, that's a lot smarter than what Revenge of the Fallen was doing.
How hard is that? Why would you not do? I don't get why any movie doesn't.
Why does Last Night change aspect ratios every other shot?
That is just Michael Bay being dumb.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Back to Tron Legacy again. Wow, we are tangenting a lot today.
Oh man.
So Tron is in a good chunk of the movie, but for the bulk of it, he's Rinsler.
Yeah, he's hidden, but man, that hurt my heart. I was like, oh no, why would you do that to Tron?
But it is really cool, that moment where he regains himself at the end. And you know, this is how you know there was a fan base at the time, because when I saw Tron Legacy in theaters, that moment where he goes, "I fight for the users," the theater actually cheered.
Dude, the part where Kevin Flynn was like, "It's all in the wrists," when they were flying up, I was like, "Oh, call back to the first movie. That was cool."
There's actually a few callbacks like that. That is a big door.
Yeah. There's a lot of little random ones here and there.
Yep. There's the bit. There's a reference to the bit on the shelf in Kevin Flynn's place.
Yeah, there is. I did like when he went back to the arcade. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Arcade is still there and just looking a lot like it did. Although now there's a Tron game.
Dude, dude, when he had the poster of the first Tron in his room, I was like, oh wow, that is meta as fuck.
There's that moment where Cora first takes her mask off and Sam just stares at her. I'm like, I get it.
Yeah, mm-hmm. Absolutely, bro.
And Cora's funny. She's not dumb, but she's innocent and naive, which I think they do actually say in the movie. Do you know Jules Verne? Sure. What's he like?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's very she'll learn.
Oh yeah, actually, I'm surprised she's retaining that innocence, because she basically went through the Holocaust.
She got her arm chopped off in this movie.
That was you played down what I was saying by a lot.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying.
Because Clue is basically Hitler.
Dude, he wiped out all of those things for no reason other than, you want me to make the perfect server, right? And then, dude, the heart-to-heart they have where Kevin's like, nothing could ever be perfect, and it was crazy.
I could tell you really felt that.
I did. I did.
Oh, I got this must be your favorite line. The only way to win is not to play.
Yes.
Because first off, yeah, another War Games reference, and also it's impossible to hear that line without losing the game.
Fuck you!
Wait, you didn't?
No, I didn't even think about it.
That is the premise. That is the premise of the game.
I didn't even think about it, dude. God,
how?
Fuck.
Okay, you're welcome. Sorry, I don't know.
That's the subtitle of this review is Tron and Tron Legacy, the game.
No. Okay. Oh man.
Dude, do people even still do that?
Only our era, and no, not really.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a thing anymore.
I don't even think about it anymore. But then you brought it up, and I was like,
I cannot hear that line without thinking about it because it's the premise. You're literally talking about the rules of it.
The only way to win is to not play. Oh man, I didn't even put two and two together there. Fuck you.
You're welcome.
For the younger audiences that don't get it, I'm not explaining it to you.
Okay. There's a Daft Punk cameo in there,
as there should be, because they did the soundtrack.
Yep, and unfortunately, will not be back for the third one because they're not together anymore.
But to tangent off a little bit, since it came around at the same time, how was Tron Evolution?
It was, like I said, it was fun. I think I got the platinum for that game. I had fun playing it. I actually had more fun with the online portion than I thought I would have. I played it.
I think I remember when you did reviews, you were that game.
I think I did. Review that one.
I never played it, but I remember it had wasn't there didn't it come with 3D glasses too or some shit? Or am I thinking?
It did have a 3D mode. I can't remember how it worked. If it was the red blue thing or if it needed a 3D TV.
A lot of games don't really do 3D anymore.
No, it's unfortunate because it's minimal support. I mean, even re-releases for games that originally had 3D, the re-release does not. So, like,
Sonic Generations is one of them. I think
Sonic Generations.
Crisis 2, I think, had 3D, but I don't think the remaster does.
Batman Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, that did have a 3D mode with the Game of the Year edition.
But they took it out for the re-release, so yep.
MK9, I think, had 3D.
Huh. It might. I don't know why that one would have. That would have been weird for that.
I think they had 3D in it, but they don't really do 3D in video games anymore.
Oh, what'd you think of Cora's baby lightsaber at the end?
I mean, sure.
She pulls it out and just does nothing with it, but it's just a little baby lightsaber.
She just has it because Tron and Star Wars are in the same universe.
Yeah, maybe. Honestly, Star Wars is so far away. You can set a lot of things in the same universe and get away with it.
Dude, oh god, don't give them ideas.
I have questions about how her body functions in the real world. Because when a human goes into the grid, they still have human function.
Does she have organs now?
I don't. I don't. Does she become human? I have no idea. I have questions, and I hope Ares will answer some of them.
It's probably one of those things you're not supposed to think about.
Oh, for sure, no.
But no, she could have just faded into light particles right after she got there.
She didn't though, so it's a good thing she didn't.
That would be fucked. That would be a messed up ending.
So I think that about wraps it up for Legacy. I really hope Ares is good because I loved Legacy. It was very fun. Obviously,
I don't like Jared Leto though, so
I have no major problems with him, but the movies he's in tend to not work out so well. Yeah,
Morbius. Anybody?
So
that's what we're reviewing next time. No, it's not.
So we'll see how it goes. Like I said, Daft Punk obviously wasn't available to make the soundtrack anymore, so they got 9 Inch Nails, who I'm not very familiar with.
That'll be a different take.
But the bits I've heard in the trailer sound pretty good, so we'll see.
Yes, we will. But I think we're gonna have a big tonal difference next week, my friend.
I would imagine so. We're going to what should have been this week, but I'm sorry that Ares came out in October for some reason. I don't know why that is.
We're going to watch a lot of people die.
Oh dear.
After being called on the phone. So Scream 2, everybody.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, we reviewed the first one. Time to do the second one.
I wasn't there for that.
Well, you're going to be there for 2.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening today. I do appreciate it. And try to be safe next week. We'll see you then.